your life isn't your own if you're caring about what everyone else thinks about you.
Man.
So, which is hard. It's with social media, and it's hard to not want people to think good about you.
Yeah, because you want them to like you.
Yes, you want people to like you, but at the end of the day, it's more important that you like yourself.
Welcome to the FocalFlip Podcast. Every week we take a deep dive into the mystery and stigma behind mental health and explore real-life stories of struggle and triumph. We aim to educate and encourage others as we bring together a diverse group of guests. From the streets to sanctuaries, classrooms to boardrooms, mental health does not discriminate, and neither do we. Prepare to laugh, prepare to cry, prepare to be changed. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the FocalFlip Podcast. It's your boy Mike, rolling with season 2 still. I've got a very, very special person that's here with me today. I have Arron Cope, Parks and Recreation Director with the City of Independence. Arron, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. We finally made this happen.
Yes. Fourth time's the charm.
Fourth time's the charm. I know. Some of my prior guests, has that happened before? Yeah, a couple of times. So
we're both very busy people.
Yeah, you're incredibly busy. I had an illness fall in there at one point. I've gotten pretty busy. So I'm grateful that we were able to make this work. So thank you to the city for letting her come and spend time with me here today. So That's awesome. All right. Like we said before, y'all, we are sponsored the entire month of December by one of my favorite places to go for all of my health and my replenishment after workouts. Start my mornings now, like I had the salted caramel last time. But this is our Better Blend episode, Arron.
Yes.
So you enjoy Better Blend as well, is that right?
I do. I love Better Blend. It was a big plus when they moved out here.
Yeah, right? And now you've gotten to know Steve and Karen as well, right?
Yes, they are wonderful. They're great.
Yeah, they're awesome people. Yeah, they reached out, they sponsored. So every single guest during the month of December will get a blend or a bowl of their choice.
Yes.
So what'd you get?
I went with the apple pie blend. I purposely went meal size because if you do meal size on the apple pie blend, it has real apples in it. So the snack size is just as good, but the real apples definitely takes it to the next level.
Okay, so we're gonna have to jot that one down, y'all. I'm gonna have to try the apple pie blend because I haven't had that yet. It's like a lighter tone too. It looks cool. Mm-hmm. What they put on your cup?
Protect your peace.
Protect your peace. It's awesome. That's one thing that's cool about Better Blend. They put these little quotes, these little positive, inspirational type stuff on your cups or on your bowl as you go out the door to kind of give you a lift of positivity, which I think is always cool. So I got the Funky Monkey. It's got a mixture of all kinds of different fruits in it. That's why they call it funky. I don't know why they call it monkey. We're going to end up having some follow-up on that one. But this is my Funky Monkey blend today, and I had to go with the large blend. I've got a workout today, and I'm trying to do a fast tomorrow, so we'll see how that all goes, right? All right, so here we go. We got my Funky Monkey. We got your apple pie blend. Oh, man. What do you think?
It's good. It tastes like an apple pie.
Does it really?
Yes.
This is amazing. I love it. All right. Thank you, Steve, Karen, Isaac, Better Blend. We love it. It's fantastic. All right, here we go. Let's get into our episode. So I'll go ahead and kind of give the backstory, of course, of how I came to know Arron. And then we'll walk a little bit into her background and into her story, what drives her, some into her family, some of her mindset, ideas, thought processes, her purpose, her meaning, all that kind of stuff, to show you kind of what happens behind the scenes when you see results or community growth and involvement, like what happens behind the scenes, and then who drives that person, what drives those teams. So that's kind of what we want to accomplish today, Arron. So thank you for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, for sure. So I met Arron, let's see, we would have had to first met through the IBA. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so we first met through the IBA. But what happened was when I came out here, I moved back out here, of course, when I first got sober, and had a lot of recovery stuff. And when I started FocalFlip, I was just strategic about being in independence. It's where I'm from. It's where I went to school. You know, I absolutely just love this community. Everything about it, I just enjoy. You know, born and raised out this way. I'm technically Morning View, but I'm right here at Nicholson area, so we consider ourselves independents. But one of the things that was really, really cool was I noticed how involved our community is. There's so many events and organizations and businesses that all work fluidly together for the betterment of our community. And I'm big on authenticity. Because a lot of times I'll go and just observe places and cities and stuff, and sometimes things feel fake or they don't feel necessarily real or genuine. And then you fall into an area like Independence, and through these events, you realize how authentic it truly is.
Yes.
And it is, I love it. And that's where I'm like, okay, I don't ever want to leave here again. You know, I just don't. And we get that. In general, from being from here, it's like, well, you guys never leave this place. And I left it for a little bit, traveled a bunch, and now I love being back here, you know? And so some of these events that I started going to, I just kept going, this is amazing. My boy Mike Brock is captain of the police department over Patrol, City of Independence. You know, I've got all these really cool connections, and I would talk to him to say, man, everything you guys are doing is good. It's really cool. It's forward thinking. It is doing what the community wants as well. And I love it. So I had to start peeling these things back. Like, what's behind this? What's driving this thing? And that's where I came to find out that that's your baby.
Yes.
Isn't it?
It is.
Okay, tell me about that. Because as Parks and Recreation Director, I know you of wearing many hats, actually. And we're going to navigate through that. But tell me about this Parks and Recreation Director in this community of Independence, and where does that come from and your leadership there? So
I'm going on 3 years with the City of Independence. And I don't know if I've ever told you this. When I was first hired in, I was hired in to do Parks and Recreation part-time. So I was hired in part-time program coordinator, and then part-time, I would help out the clerk up front. And after about a year, I was able to I put together a case that we need a full-time Parks and Rec person. I need to be able to commit myself full-time to this. So I did all the research and got that approved. So I was able to focus more on the events and bringing the community together. And you've already touched on it, how authentic our community is. Mm-hmm. Our Parks and Rec department has one employee, and that's me. So people always ask how we get stuff done, and it is the community is how we get stuff done.
Wow.
It's the police department, our public works department, the mayor, our city manager, our clerk, our senior center director, everybody, our building inspector, everybody plays a part in that works for the city. So we often say that we are small but mighty.
You can feel that.
Yes.
You feel actually that team.
Yes.
When you're at the events.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Keep going.
Yes.
I'm listening.
And then outside of the city employees, we have our community. We have the business association. We have our volunteers. I honestly, we would not be able to do what we do if it wasn't for the help of the community. So over the past couple of years, as we've been recognized and we've won some awards, I feel selfish being the one to go up and accept those awards by myself because I should have hundreds of people behind me.
Because you're a selfless person, and we're going to get into that. So. You're not selfish. Keep going.
But I absolutely love it. We're right now in a world that we're pretty divided. There's a lot of differences among us. Parks and Recreation, we're creating a common ground. We're bringing people together for the good. And people are coming because they want to hear live music. They want to go to the farmer's market. They want to see fireworks. And they're like, everyone, you're there for the same reason. So that's, I love that. I love that we are building community right now when you're seeing that disappear more and more, but not in our city.
Yeah, I love it. Wow, that gave me chills, actually. Yeah. That's so true. You do. You see that disappear more and more, but not in our city. Whew, that was powerful. So part-time, 3 years in a row. Holy smokes, Arron. You guys have done a lot.
Yes.
That's remarkable. So when you come into a position like that, how do you even pitch that? Like, when you're first pitching, like, this needs to be a full-time role, we need to pour more into this, when a lot of different cities or, municipalities would be like, hey, we don't have necessarily the budget for that, or how do you get that and then get that whole team behind you when you first come in?
Really, it really, again, it goes back to the community. When we do operate on a minimal budget. I mean, we want to do these events and spending as little taxpayer dollars as possible. And that's where the businesses and the community comes in. Yeah. So if we're able to prove that these programs, the events, basketball camp, concerts, festival, these things provide value to our community and to our residents, and it's a no-brainer. We need someone doing it full time.
Yeah, I love it, and it's cool. And we have such a large landmass in the city, and the space and the way everything is organized has made that expansion and growth that you all have done pretty cool.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and touch on that for you about that community vibe, and specifically in the farmers market. So I loved going out to the events. The 4th of July celebration is one of my all-time favorites by far. The Christmas walks up there. You guys brought Booze and Brews back, which was the haunted trail, the FOP trail. There's just a bunch of them. But I'll tell you what's really cool and how I study people. My daughter, she has my heart, my personality. But as soon as the farmers market was over, guess what she missed?
The people.
Boom.
Yes.
And that's why she wanted to get there for the Christmas walk. We're looking forward to these things.
Yes.
That's cool. That is a result of the effect of community and having good human beings that are coming out to these markets. And that just says a lot about the city and the community in general. And the fact that you guys are giving the space and taking the time and investing the money, and with the businesses that are investing as well, and pouring that back into the community by giving them spaces to go and give back and participate, and it's really cool.
Yes.
I'm a basketball guy. I love going to the senior center and looking outside and seeing kids playing basketball on the basketball courts.
Yes.
I eat it up. I'm like, yes. It always gives you hope, because I see so many kids on tech, and it's like, man, that's amazing they have that to go to. The concert series. I mean, the whole amphitheater right there.
Yes.
The splash pad.
The splash pad.
Come on. The farmers market launched just this past summer, right?
Yes, that was our first year at the new location. Yeah. Prior to that, we were in the senior center parking lot.
Right. So. You were in the senior center lot, but this was in the new actual
yes.
market.
Yes. So, and that's actually through the county. They let us use that space for the market.
Yeah.
But it's a great location.
Oh, it's Independence.
Yes.
It's old Independence.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool. But I just can name these things constantly. And then I think 3 years, that's a lot of growth. I just think it's very strategic. The splash pad, what made you all think of that?
So Independence is one of the only, if not the only, communities in Northern Kentucky that did not have water access for its residents, whether that is free, like a free swimming pool, a splash pad, or like a swim club, or a facility. So that I identified as a need for our community. It's something that what I love most about splash pads is it is accessible. So anyone of any ability is able to use it. In addition to the splash pad, we also put in new ADA compliant sidewalks to get down to it. And there will be a railing as well. So that, a splash pad, a child in a wheelchair or that needs assistance with their mobility is able to get into it. From age 0 to 100 is able to enjoy a splash pad.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm excited. When is this going to?
So we just finished phase 1, which was the groundwork.
Okay.
We are hoping that we are able to get it open by June of next year. So June of 26.
Okay.
Yes,
So next
this
summer.
upcoming year. Yes. And we picked a location in Memorial Park. It was on a hillside. So a lot of people, when I told them where it was going, they were confused, but we built a wall that's about 9 feet tall or 9 feet tall. But the location of the splash pad, if you're at a concert, you'll be able to see your kids at the splash pad. If you have one kid who wants to play at the playground and one at the splash pad, you'll be able to see them both at both locations. Or if you have a child at the soccer field, you can see the splash pad.
Wow.
So we chose this location because we thought it had
Very
the most
smart.
visibility if you were in a different area of the park.
Once again, family.
Yes.
I think that's awesome. I just think it's amazing. I have so many questions. I really do. I'm like, man, how do I even want to peel this back? Where does this come from for you? What happened? So you were part-time before. Where does this drive, this energy, this love for community, where does this all come from for you personally?
I think, honestly, during COVID, during that time, something kind of like a switch happened. But I started focusing more on my mental health and looking, trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with my life. And not just that, just the life I wanted to live.
Yeah.
And the example I wanted to set for my kids. So I started trying to live with more intention. And then that turned into my focus was I want to live my best life and I want everyone around me to also live their best life. So what can I do to make sure that they are on that path and to assist them in any way?
Wow. That's really cool. So what were you doing before that?
Before the city?
Before COVID and all that, before working for the city, before you realized you're like, okay, I want to live my best life. Did you feel like you were just stuck in some ruts or you weren't being your best self or what was going on?
I think we all get in that pattern. We get up, you go to work, you come home, you make dinner, you spend time with your family, and then you go to bed. I think the best way to describe it is you spend your life just surviving, and it just becomes, I'm just surviving life. But there comes a point where it finally clicks. Like, I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive in life as well. So, that's when I started looking for ways and opportunities for me to be a better person, mentally and physically.
Good for you.
Yes.
So what did you work for the city then?
I worked for an e-commerce plumbing company. My husband still works for him.
Oh, cool.
Yes. So, and
Shout out Justin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Justin's her husband.
Yes. Justin's great. I had a great job. It was a good company to work for. It still is, but it had gotten to this point where I wasn't feeling fulfilled anymore. It wasn't what I was wanting to do. And so I was starting to look for other opportunities, other things I could do. I had looked into becoming a life coach.
You'd be good at it.
And then one day I got an email that the city was looking for a program coordinator. I got the email because I was a part of the volunteer corps, and they sent out a mass email to everyone in the volunteer corps.
Okay.
And I got it, and I read the job description, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is perfect. This is exactly what I want to do. And I applied. I honestly didn't think I would ever hear back.
Really?
And I had a phone interview a couple hours later.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes.
Who was it with?
Gina, our city clerk.
Oh, cool.
So prior to...
Shout out Gina.
I know, yes.
Let's give Gina a shout out.
Yes.
We just scooped this one up.
I had worked part-time at a church, and I helped coordinate, different church events and baptisms and travel.
Yeah.
And so I think when she saw that on my resume, that's what prompted them to be interested, because I did have some background in events, and
Yeah.
it snowballed in a good way.
Yeah.
And I really was not expecting it.
That's cool.
And yes.
That's how you know it's led by God.
Yes. I absolutely love it. And I tell Justin all the time, like, I know how fortunate I am that I get to work a job that I love, because a lot of people hate their job. They don't like to go into work. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love traveling and I love vacations, but this is the first time I've ever not been bummed to come back from vacation.
Oh, what happened?
Do you know, like, when?
Yes, I do know what that means.
When I have time off,
I know how that feels as well.
Yes, I'm not upset that I have to go back to work.
Because it doesn't seem like work.
It doesn't.
It just feels like your life.
Right?
You're being present. You said you're living with intention. Your goal is to live with intention.
Yes.
So you're doing something. What I'm learning about you is you love seeing people happy.
I do.
You do. You love seeing people happy. And I study and observe people in general. And, you know, I'm grateful because you took an opportunity, a chance on me, and have supported FocalFlip, and the city has gotten behind me. Not only that, but with North Star, you know, we kind of went into this thing. I know business really well, but I didn't really know, you know, I knew it was going to take a lot of work to get it to market. I didn't know who was going to say yes to me in getting into the markets and stuff. And you were like, absolutely. And you've supported me the entire time. But my experience since then is your follow-up. You care so much that you will constantly, and I've only seen this from, I've seen a lot of different event coordinators. I was actually worked for AmeriPride and Aramark, so we did event businesses a lot. So I've only seen two people really coordinator-wise that impressed me, and it was what it peeled back to was because they love what they do and they care about people. And you, especially at the Christmas walk, you kept coming back and you would check. And I know how big the city event is, right? And you were grinding all day, but the only thing you cared about was coming back and checking to see how we were. Yes. That's the coolest thing in the world. Because I'm leaving my booth and videoing, like, this is community. And then my thought is like, good for you, Arron. Like, in my mind, I'm like, good for you. This is really cool.
Well, thank you.
You deserve this kind of stuff, right? Our city deserves this because of your mentality, because of your all's drive to go community, community. This is what you get. That's the fruit from it. And the community benefits, we all benefit from it. And so you kept coming back and checking, seeing how we are. Like, hey, did you do okay? And I was telling you, I was like, girl, we did fine the first 4 hours. I was just happy being out here at this point. Now my family's coming out. Jeff Hatter's family's coming to our event, you know. People from other cities are coming checking out the event that's in Independence, you know. And you actually care. That's why these things succeed.
Yes.
And it doesn't seem like work because you have found what your purpose and meaning is. And now your next thing is going to be, how far do you want to go with that?
Yes. So, and I will, just to backtrack on the Christmas walk, that again comes back to our community and our small but mighty city team, because I wouldn't be able to come back and check on the vendors and go to all the different areas of the Christmas walk if I didn't have Jake, who is our road supervisor. He was working at the courthouse.
Jake was awesome.
Yes, Gina was at the city building, making sure everything ran smoothly there. You got Julie at the senior center. Chris Vogelpool was there with her. You had the mayor walking around, Chris Morconi. So we've got, again, this team. This entire team, the police officers.
Yeah, police officers.
Yes,
so much fun.
Our guys that are out there making sure that the trash is swapped out and, you know, everyone's electric is working. So again, because of our small but mighty team and the community that backs me at these events, that's why I'm able to go and make sure the vendors are doing okay and the people that are there helping to provide entertainment have what they need. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, it's a really cool skill to have, and it's a natural thing for you, which is really, really neat.
Thank you.
So kudos to you. I mean, the future is super bright just for Independence in general, as just population grows and the city grows, and still giving us that small hometown loving community feel is just, it's cool. I mean, I love that. So with that, I mean, what stresses you out?
I would definitely get stressed out during the events. I try to hide it because if I'm leading these events, people are going to feed off of my energy. So I don't want other people to know, like in my mind, the spaghetti that's going on and all this. No, but I mean, I'll wake up at 2 a.m. a couple of days before an event, and I'm like, okay, hey, this, and this could go wrong. And, but then I remind myself, stop thinking of the worst case scenario. It's okay to think about the best case scenario. This event's going to go off. It's going to be great. And I know most of the time, anything that goes wrong, people aren't going to know that something went wrong. It's going to be me and other people who are working the event are going to know, like, the electric at this location kept going out, so we had to keep going back to fix it. It's usually going to be small things. So, and you can't sweat the small stuff.
You can't sweat the small stuff. Gosh, I tried sweating all the small stuff. Yeah. It just doesn't go well.
Yeah. We all do.
Doesn't go well.
Yeah, I say that you can't do it, but we're all guilty of it. You just have to remind yourself.
I do. I stress over middle school basketball right now. That's about the only thing I stress over. It's because I love those kids.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. It's like I just want them to feel good about themselves and win. And feel what it's like to win,
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you want them to be the best versions of themselves. And it is hard because one of the things that stresses me out is there's going to be someone who's not happy with the end result. That's always going to happen. And I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want to help people. You wouldn't be coaching if you didn't want to help people. Yeah. So it's hard and it's stressful when there are people who aren't happy, and that.
Yeah, I struggled with that. I did. Mm-hmm. I struggled with people who weren't happy with me. I would try to please like hardcore stuff. Mm-hmm. That was a tough skill to learn, how to not let that affect me.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
it teaches me.
Yes.
Because it's like it happens and I learn it and I keep it there. Mm-hmm. But it's tough to learn.
Yes. Yeah. Your life isn't your own if you're caring about what everyone else thinks about you.
Man.
So, which is hard. It's with social media, and it's hard to not want people to think good about you.
Yeah, because you want them to like you.
Yes, you want people to like you, but at the end of the day, it's more important that you like yourself.
Amen. Amen. So let's let's shift this sucker. You ready?
Okay, yes.
Okay. With your role in the community, and your love for the community, and your love for people, and your love for helping people, tell me your observations of our mental health in our community, in our youth today. What's your thoughts?
I think there is a lot of pressure on youth these days with social media. I can't imagine being a teenager right now. I think you've got all of these different influencers, all these different ads, all these things telling you who you should be, and not telling you like to be who you want to be. Mm. And I mean, I've had these discussions with my own kids. Like, it's eventually you're going to find your people.
Yeah. So
focus on being you. Don't worry about what other people want you to do, how they want you to think. I think there is a huge stigma around mental health. Yeah. I mean, especially with men, because men are supposed to be strong and, but there is a stigma, and people are afraid to say that they need help. They need to talk to somebody. Everybody should be in therapy. And yes. I mean, it's healthy to have someone with an unbiased view and opinion just to be able to talk to. Yes. I mean, and I've had therapy sessions where I'm the only one who does talking, because as I'm talking it out, I start to work it out in my head. And it's like, sometimes you just need someone to talk to who isn't going to interrupt you and isn't going to try to give you advice.
Boom. And not give you advice.
Yes.
Bingo.
Yes. I mean, and I've asked people before when they've come to me and I'm like, okay, do you want me to listen or do you want me to give like my opinion? Because like, do you want me to be an active listener or do you want me to try to help you?
There's a difference.
Find a
You want me to coach
result.
you?
Yes.
Or you want me to listen to you?
Yes. And so.
Love it. That's where I come down to, it's big for me. Because that's why I use motivational interviewing. I like to pull it out of the client or the person. But that is where simple expression is all that's required. What happens, and what I've noticed in my studies and now professionally, is that every time we suppress something, we'll never heal from it.
Right.
We form it into part of our identity. It creates fear, and then it creates doubt. And no matter what, we have to express what we feel. The thing that people get caught up in my opinion, is that they think that expressing means going and confessing their sins and talking about this. Mm-hmm. Like, sure, if you can do that, great. Not everybody can. So it's simple expression. So for you, random stranger, okay, therapist, whoever it is, where you just poured that out. That was you expressing all of that. As you did, it opened everything up and start to give you clarity, right? So the emotional piece resolved. And that's what, like, for me, you can express just by writing a list. You can express by journaling. Yes. You can express by singing a song out loud, driving in your car, singing then, crying in your car. Stephen Owens was just on. He got overwhelmed with it. He had suppressed so much stuff that he bawled in his car and didn't know what that was. He wasn't a crier.
Yes.
So this is all our body, the universe, God trying to tell us, all we have to do is express, you all. That's it. So we create that ourselves. We listen to the lies in our head, and all we have to do is express. Yes. And then at that point, some of us need coaching. It's not every day where we want to be told what to do all the time. Yes. That's only for a period of time until you start to learn and grow. So I think that's cool. But yeah, it's that expression. That's what I've learned is like that you have to find a way to get that out. And it doesn't mean it has to be in one way.
Yes.
So that's just where I'm at. That's where I'm at on the whole mental health piece.
Yeah. I mean, you're responsible for your own emotions.
Yeah.
And you're not responsible for everyone else's happiness, for their emotions. You need to be responsible for yours.
Yeah.
So, in that also, you're responsible for your reactions. So you're allowed to have feelings. Yeah. And that's what I tell my kids all the time. You're allowed to feel a certain way. That's fine. But you're responsible for how you react to those feelings. And that's where therapy can be beneficial. I mean, some people need help, need coaching so that they know the best way to react to that, so that it's not with anger, it's not with drugs, alcohol.
Exactly.
It's, with a healthy way to navigate.
Coping mechanisms. And then you have to, like with kids, the more I learn is, they have to know the how and the why.
Yes.
And the more that we can teach them the how and the why, the better off they're going to be. The earlier we teach that, the better off that they're going to be. So they're not going to be, because our brain's wired as a defense mechanism. It's always going to take the easier, softer, quickest way out. So if we can teach those things early, we can intercept it before it becomes a problem. And that's all it is, You brought up social media. Man, yeah, we've had this conversation before. It's frustrating. I enjoy it so much.
And we need it.
Yeah.
For things like this. It is a need, but.
And then I enjoy it, I enjoy the content on it, But what I've learned for our youth is it's dangerous. Yes, there's a lot of great things that are coming out of it that can equip our kids to be awesome. But there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on there.
Yes.
And I feel like I keep observing attention spans. And so we've literally dropped, as a country by two seconds maybe in the last just 5 years since COVID, maybe. That's crazy. We didn't even drop 2 seconds over the span of 30 something years. It's just wild. So that these dopamine hits that these kids are getting on there, and they're seeing all these people live these extravagant lives, and the body shaming. It's eating me up. I see the problem. Like, so how old are your kids?
I have an 11-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 25-year-old.
11, 16, and 25. Man. Okay, so yeah, you're in it.
Yes, I'm in it.
You're right in it. It's tough. I coach kids now, and I'm more coaching emotions than I do like a sport or anything else. But that social media is just driving everybody to this instant gratification mode.
Yes.
And I got to be like this. And then they're so easily influenced by it that they label themselves that. But then when they turn the phone off, here they are. I just feel like they're missing all the connection anymore.
Yes.
You know, what's your thoughts? What have you noticed? Because you brought that up. I mean, with having 11, what about your 11-year-old?
She's not on social media. The only social media she has is Snapchat with a couple of her friends.
Yeah.
Me,
That's awesome.
my husband. She keeps asking for TikTok, but we keep saying no.
Good for you guys.
Yes. So
I'm
I
having
think
to coach my kids through social media quite a bit right now.
yes,
So,
and I think
you're
that's
protecting that.
Yes.
Right now, so that's a good thing.
that is important. Is that as parents or as just the adult leaders in their lives, we do have to coach them through it, and we have to make sure that they understand that most of what you're seeing on social media is fake. Most people are not going to post their struggles. They're taking 20 pictures before they finally get one that looks good to post on social media.
Yeah.
So it's important to let them know that that's not always real life. It's okay to post and celebrate, but people aren't going to post the bad stuff. And it's really important the way we talk to our children, especially the young girls in our lives. I have an 11-year-old, and you talked about the body shaming. When I was growing up, it was the Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and Nutrisystem and, Curves, I think. So we always saw what we were supposed to look like. But I think we're doing a better job of talking to our kids about being healthy.
Yeah.
So to ignore the body shaming and there's always like the fad diets and the different things on social media. Like, this is the new trend.
Girl, we could talk about that all day long.
Yes.
All day long. I struggled with my weight ever since I was little.
Me too. I mean, and it's there's not a day that goes by that you aren't thinking about your weight, and you step on the scale almost every day, and so it's like it's hard because the things I tell my daughter behind closed doors, sometimes it's different actions, but when it comes to body shaming and just the conversations that we're having with our kids about social media, I think it's important to know how to communicate and to make sure that you've got that open two-way conversation, and they feel comfortable coming to you.
Absolutely.
So, if they have questions or if they make a mistake, it's, you shouldn't shame them for that.
They're going to make mistakes.
Yes.
That's what I don't want. That's the thing. I want them to be comfortable to come to us, like be able to come talk to me. Let's just talk about it.
Yes.
Like, that's how sometimes it breaks my heart whenever, like, Elena sometimes will be like, I just didn't feel like I could come talk to you about it. I'm literally looking at her like, girl,
what?
Of all the human beings on the planet?
Yes.
I'm the least judgmental of all of them.
Right.
I'm going to coach you and teach you because I'm your dad. But come on.
Yes. Well, and that's what my son...
King of mistakes here.
Yes.
That would make me a hypocrite. Right?
Yeah. My son had made it, like, he's like, I'm sorry it took me so long to come to you to ask for help. And I'm like, hey, there are grown adults. There are people in their 40s, 50s, 60s who have never gotten to the point of coming to ask for help.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
It's a superpower, man.
Yes, because you came to us. You said, "Hey, I need help." Like, it's not
good.
What's wrong with you? You can't figure this out on your own. Like,
yeah.
so.
That's the thing. When you ask for help, it doesn't make you weak. And all you do is gain knowledge and wisdom.
Yes.
It's a win every time. I mean, here I was trying to fix, manage, and control everything. And I had to learn that. I had to reach out and ask for help. Let other people teach and guide me.
Yes.
Until I was equipped to go and help others again, But very cool stuff. So, yeah, tell me about some of your health transformation. I'm big in my health transformation, weight loss type stuff. I know you work out, all those things as well.
Yes.
So tell me about that with you. I mean, you're trying to be the best version of yourself. I know you're big into your health and fitness and making sure you take care of yourself. Justin is as well. So tell me about that.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the body shaming and all that.
Yes.
So you're like, I did too. So I know I struggle. My weight thing is, I still will this is still me, guys. Sometimes dealing with the old 300 pluser.
Yes. No, I'm 10.
It's just a natural thing for me to do. And I don't have to really do that anymore, but I'm so self-conscious about it. So tell me about your story on that.
So yeah, I'm 10 pounds away from being 100 pounds less than my highest weight. So
high five. Let's go. You're about to be a 100 pounder too.
So, and that's not,
we should make our own group.
Yes. And that's not something that happened in a matter of a year. I mean, that's been over the last 10 or 12 years. And for the first, I'd say 7 or 8 years, I spent that time like trying to hate myself to skinny. All the different fad diets.
Ooh.
So,
let's talk.
Cutting carbs and eliminating this and doing this meal replacement. And it would work. And then I would get burnt out. And then I would gain weight back. And then I would do it again, and I would lose a little bit more weight, and back and forth. And it wasn't just like something just clicked. And you get to that point, and it's like you don't hate yourself to skinny, love yourself to healthy. Ooh. And so I...
say that again.
Don't hate yourself to skinny. You need to love yourself to healthy.
Look at the camera, too. That was really good. That was so good. Yeah, that's going to be a clip.
So I joined a gym. I saw it was around this time. I saw an ad for a 12-week program.
Okay.
And I joined the gym thinking, again, this is just going to be one of those 12-week quick fixes. I'm going to drop 30 or 40 pounds and I'm going to be on my way. It was a CrossFit gym. And I went. And I remember during the first session, she said, don't think of this as 12 weeks. This is the first 12 weeks of the year for you. And I was like, what is she talking about? I'm not coming back after your 12 weeks. And halfway through the program, I had joined for a full year. Because for the first time ever, I surrounded myself with people who wanted to see me succeed. And they weren't telling me what to eliminate. They were telling me what to add.
Ooh. So
it was no longer about like food is bad for you and you have to work out to earn the right to eat this or that. I started in January and I remember it had snowed and I came in and the woman was surprised to see me. And I was like, oh, well, I had a muffin this morning, so I needed to come in and work out. And she said to me, my goal is to make you never feel guilty about eating a muffin.
Wow. And
I had never had that kind of approach.
FocalFlip, y'all.
Yes. So
good for her.
This again,
changed your mindset, didn't it?
It did. It changed my mindset, and then it went from. I found a program that worked for me. I enjoy instructor-led group fitness. Most people, like a lot of people, are intimidated by that. I don't know how to gym. I don't know how to go to a normal gym and just get on the machines and figure out what to do. Mm-hmm. I loved being able to go, and it was this is the program. This is what we're doing today. You do it, and you're out. And then it was like focusing on the right stuff. So
that's what I do at any time.
Yeah,
I love instructor-led.
Yes.
Groups.
Yes,
I do it. Mm-hmm. I was doing it 3 days a week. I do it 2 days a week now, but same. Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and it's just surrounding yourself with those right people who they're not your competition. The only competition that you have is the person you were yesterday. You aren't competing with the people next to you at the gym. They want to see you succeed as well.
Yeah.
And it's just, especially I think as a female, also, I remember like the first time I started working out with a barbell. I love working out with barbells now. But it's loud. You drop them and it makes noise, and you're being loud with your feet, and you might grunt. You're going to make noise. And I spent my entire life thinking I had to take up as little space as possible and be as quiet as possible to not draw attention to myself.
Oh, wow.
To all of a sudden, like, it's okay for me to take up this space with my barbell and for me to make this noise. And they want to hear my feet, so it was just, it was a flip. It was.
Yeah.
Like,
that's I've never heard somebody explain that
yes.
before like that. That's really cool. So that for your whole life, you felt like you had to take up as little space as possible. And
yes.
that's how you felt and acted and moved. And then you became confident enough to where,
yes.
wow,
yes.
really good stuff.
Yeah. And that's kind of where everything flipped. And I, again, instead of trying to figure out what I needed to eliminate from my nutrition, it was, you need to make sure that you're eating this much protein. And that was a conversation I was having with my daughter. She would come in and she would see me meal prepping, and she would ask me if I was doing it so I would eat less calories. And you flip that conversation, and it was like, no, I realized I wasn't eating enough. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure I eat enough protein. I want to make sure I eat enough carbs, enough fiber. So it's a totally different mindset.
Yeah. Well, good for you. Wow. 100 pounds. I'm telling you, we've
yes.
had we've had some guests on here that have lost some weight, y'all. I love it.
Yes.
I tell a lot of people now, when you go to have, interviews and stuff, or in the business world or whatever, and I, ask questions, and I find these types of stories of people that have, like, for me, I was at like 147 pounds, and I go, I gotta hit 150. That was my mindset. I gotta hit 150, and I hit 150, and just to say that I did it, like, yes, like I did this, But now when I go and I sit like across from a mic or in an interview, and I'm talking to somebody or interviewing a candidate, and I hear, I went through this and I lost about 90 pounds and all these things. I'm like, dude, I'm going to take a second look at that person, because if they've got what that takes, and it's not, no shot, nothing negative to the shot, because the shot helps like crazy on folks, but the ones who have actually like really done that stuff and use it for their good purposes, and then find a regimen of fitness and nutrition to go inside after that as well, is where it's amazing. When I hear somebody who's lost weight like that, I'm always like, yeah, that's a dog.
Yes.
Because I know what it takes.
Yeah.
This was a disaster while I was struggling with obesity. Disaster.
Yes.
Every program, St. Elizabeth's health management program, every powder, every single thing you could possibly eat, Atkins diet, all of it, everything. I tried it all, and it would be those waves.
Yes.
There'd be times I'd lose 35 pounds, and then just boom, gain 50. Why did I get back here again? So it's been a whole journey for me too. And like the majority of mine was over like 7 years to do that total of 150. But it like really ramped up towards those last 3 years where it just boom started to fall off. But that's because you finally figure that out, and then you learn what it takes to pour into your body by listening to other people teach you how your body works. So I don't know. That was just a big thing for me. So kudos to you on the weight loss.
Well, thank you.
Like, it just makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you perform better at your job.
Yes.
It makes you a better wife, husband, person. You have more, you move better.
Yes. Yeah. There's no way I could do what I do now with, all day at the Christmas walk running around and the festivals and the concerts.
Yeah.
If I was 100 pounds heavier, like the life I was living, there's no way I would not have the same stamina.
Yeah. Good for you. Is there any advice you can give to people out there that are struggling with these thoughts today, that they, can't do this? Like, and how do they get started? Because when I first, had a mindset where I couldn't do this, it seemed like a mountain. I was 371. I was like, I'm never going to be 250,
right.
And then here I am, 230.
Yes.
It's like, you have any advice for ladies, men that are struggling with that, and how they can just make that first move?
I think you're right. It's hard to say I'm going to go from 370 to 250. So your goal should not be to go from 370 to 250. You should have smaller goals. Break it up by quarters. Break it up by month goals. Sit down and have a date with yourself every month. Here's my goals for the month of January. I want to, if you want it to be a number related, I want to lose 8 pounds. But once I started focusing more on the health side, like I want to be able to bench X amount of pounds. I want to be able to get through this particular workout without needing to take a break.
Ooh,
I want to make sure that my focus this month is drinking this much water a day, getting my protein.
See how she's broke those goals down, guys?
Yes. So
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. So, and I think it does seem unattainable if you say, I want to lose 120 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a big goal.
Yeah.
And in weight loss, in any kind of transformation, there's always that middle part that is slow.
Oh, I know.
And that's the part where we tend to give up. Yes. You have that initial burst in the beginning where you might drop 20 pounds. You're eating healthier, you're dropping water weight, you have that initial shock. And then there's that slow period where it feels like nothing's happening, but on the inside stuff is happening.
Yeah, I learned.
Yes.
I'm learning too.
So
I hated those periods.
Yes.
I had to chill.
Yes. View your transformation as planting an apple tree. The fruit is the goal. That's the very last thing to happen. So my goal this week is to make sure I water the seed. My goal this week is to have blooms, make sure I have additional branches. Don't
prune it. Yeah.
Yes. The very last thing to happen is for the fruit to grow on a tree, for a flower to bloom. So don't try to go from point A to point Z overnight. Have little small goals in between. And those are also just morale boosters. That's what keeps you going.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's what I had to do is break it down into moments. Mm-hmm. I broke my goals down as well. And then I broke it down day by day. Mm-hmm. And I would have my list. And then I broke it all the way down to the moments.
Yes. And celebrate. It may not seem like much to someone else, but that's a big deal that you got your water in. It's a big deal that you ate enough protein. Your body's functioning the way it should because you're fueling it right. Celebrate those little things because that's what keeps you going.
Boom. I love that. I do. My celebrations are really tiny ones now. Mm-hmm. And so because I list everything and then I prioritize my list every day. So every time I check that list and throw a line through it, in my mind, I'm like, bang, let's go.
Yes.
That's my celebration. Mm-hmm. It's bang, let's go on to the next.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I love that. You've got to celebrate yourself because there's growth within that. Yes. So much. Yes. And the thing that happens is when you break it down in these little ones, you start stacking little wins. And then all of a sudden it starts to expand. It creates habits within yourself. Yes. Those habits, when it's a good habit, creates the growth. And guess what happens over time? It gets bigger and better. And all of a sudden, you're sitting down having a podcast, 2 guests in front of you that have lost 100 plus pounds or 100 pounds, right? That's what it is. But because we broke it down to moments. Yes. Okay. And it's all obtainable. Everything is possibly, everything you can do is attainable and you can manifest it from within. Yes.
And I think it's important that your growth, your positive transformation is always going to make someone uncomfortable. And the way people are going to try to make you feel bad for doing good for yourself. And that says the way that those people treat you when you are trying to be a better version of yourself says a lot more about them than it does you. It says a lot more about how they're feeling about themselves than how they feel about you. So you're making them uncomfortable by trying to do better because they haven't found the strength in them yet. So don't let the negative people persuade you from continuing on with those goals.
Bingo. Good stuff. Great episode so far, Arron. I love it. Is there anything else that we want to end on this? Because there's some of our notes. You dropped some really good lines in this episode. So you're going to love some of the clips, Arron. You really are. This is awesome stuff. City of Independence got a good one here. Be comfortable getting uncomfortable. Boy, I use something. That's one thing we had on our notes that she actually just mentioned here was, be comfortable getting uncomfortable. And when your growth is going to create discomfort for others, okay, that's not on you, that's on them.
Yes.
And that's where what I call that, if I were that person, I call that uncomfortable grace. Grace isn't always comfortable.
No.
It's not always pretty. A lot of times when you have conviction or guilt or you're not the best version of yourself, you learn that through your surroundings. It's just the fact that some people sit in it and they find pity in it, or you can do something about it.
Yes.
And so life is going to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
It just is.
It is. Yes.
Your mindset and mentality will create the comfort from within.
Yes.
And it's all something that we choose, So that's, grace is always happening to us. Sometimes it looks pretty and things say graceful. Sometimes it's messy, man.
Yes.
All right. So here we go. Just at I guess it was a Christmas walk when we were chatting, right? We're talking about your future goals and plans because I love seeing the community growth. I see the little shops at the markets and some of our little businesses thriving because of community and giving back to that community. So, I see that continuing to go super, super well, which is going to be fulfilling for you. But what does your future look like? So
next month on January 20th, I will be starting back at school. So I am enrolled at Eastern, be doing their online program. So I'm going back to college for political science. And the first question I get every time I tell someone that is, am I running for office? No, I'm not running for office.
Are you running for office? You heard it here first online. I had to troll you there.
Yeah. I'm like, I love my job. But I love my job and I love serving the community. And so I think going back to school and learning the ins and outs of the government, I know all the fun stuff and the event planning. But if I can learn the ins and outs, our community is growing. Our events are growing. So I would love to, in the future, as this growth happens, be a part of the positive growth. So I want to make sure that I'm aligning myself to be able to take on additional roles if they become available.
Good for you. Let's go. Let's go. That's better for all of us. That's better for all of us. Well, I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I would expect nothing less than growing. I mean, building a team and expanding your reach and your knowledge and your wisdom. I think that's going to be really cool. Sis, wherever you got to go, you're going to go. I mean, I firmly believe that.
Thank you.
I couldn't. I think very highly and praise you very much when I'm out and about because we've had other businesses that have been attracted to independence now, and they would reach out and say, who do I need to get a hold of for these kind of things? And it's a lot of times it's you now. I'm like, Aaron's the one you'd have to chat with on that. That's for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's no problem. And you, for specifically, you and Brock have been amazing. Mike has been a really good friend of mine forever. But the Independence Police Department has been just the coolest group of dudes that I've become great friends with and awesome professionals. And it's across the board, even with council and all that too. Like I've gotten to know everybody, the mayor. It's just everybody is amazing.
Yes.
So I would expect nothing less than that because I really think that you're going to be amazing as you lead.
Well,
I think you can coordinate and do all of these things, but people, you love people, and you want to see people thrive and win.
Yes.
And that is something that represents the people. And so I think that's a great move.
Thank you.
Do. And I think you will excel in that in your own way. And I think that's cool. So I support you. If I need to move to independence to get my votes and stuff in, we can do that. That's the one thing that bummed me. I was like where I'm at, I'm actually not even on like a ticket out there because I'm just on the outside of that.
I'm just on the outskirts as well.
Yeah, and I'm so involved there too. So it's like, sorry guys, I'd like to say you got my vote, but I guess I'm pretty neutral.
Yes. It's nice to be neutral, though.
Yeah.
So
It is. It has a lot of benefits.
yes.
Well, good for you. How long is that program going to be?
It's a 4-year program. I'll be doing classes over the summer, so I'm hoping to knock it out in 3 or 3.5 years.
Wow. Is this technically like an undergrad for political science or is this like...
Yes. So they do have a master's program as well. So that I'll be looking into after.
Oh, y'all hear this? Okay, guys. Okay, here we go. Perfect example before we end, okay? Because
Yes.
I want to talk about this. She already knows that it's a 4-year program, okay? Right now, there's a lot of success, good community feel, a lot of winning, I feel like, that's going on in Independence. You already know that that's going to take 4 years. Yet your mindset is already knowing that it's going to be more than that.
Yes.
We have to stop putting time on this. She already knows that it's going to take that time, but she's still going to be doing all of this work in the meantime. So to all of you who think you're too old or it's too late for you to start something new or expand your reach or professionalism or certifications and licensing, you're never too late to start.
No.
Ever. Because time may look like it will take forever, but it goes quick. And you'll look back and you'll go, I wish I would have started it sooner.
Yes.
Right? So she already knows that that's going to take years for something to accomplish, but that's what she wants. Right? And she knows that's what the community will need and what the city will need. Okay? And it didn't stop her or curtail her or say, you know what? No. She finally said, go. I'm going to do it anyway.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I mean, have I had moments of, am I crazy for doing this?
Yeah, I do it all the time too.
Yes. But I've got people that are supporting me and are telling me, no, you're not crazy. You've got this. You can do this. So that, again, the people that you align yourself with makes a huge difference.
Big difference. You absolutely got it. I would do the same thing if I were to have the people around me tell me to make a move in a specific way. And I knew it was going to take me 10 years, but I knew it was going to align with my purpose, meaning, and mission. You bet I'm going to do it. I don't care if I'm 51 years old at that time. I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'm taking care of my body. I'm healthy. My mind is healthy. I think I'm going to live to 100 now. 5 years ago, I didn't think I'd make it to 65. That's where my mindset was.
Yes.
That's where my body was. It's just, there you go, guys. So good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else we want to end on?
No, I think that's it.
Are you excited to drink that?
I am. I can taste the real apples.
You can taste the real apples? Hey, Better Blend. Nailed it. All right, y'all. Hit like, hit subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Hit us up on Facebook as well. We love you guys. Aaron, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. We're out. Hit me up. You got to hit this.
So guys, you should like and subscribe and like hit that
Okay.
I can't get it.
Okay.
I'm not used to this.
Hey guys, subscribe to my dad's video and just like the bell.
Hit that like and subscribe button, hit that bell.
And stay tuned. Love y'all.
100%. Love y'all. We're out.
I love that.